is an Amber Alert issue, but we had our Adam Murphy today on this and looking into this story, and let's go and bring some of what he found out here today.
No solamente
We are really concerned. We are worried about her.
Andres Gomez pleaded for the safe return of his 12-year-old daughter, Maria. He said she has been missing now for 3 weeks.
por si llegan a ver algún paradero.
The only thing I want to say now is somebody knows something, somebody sees something, or know where she is, please call the authorities immediately. The time is come, the time is passing, and we are really concerned about 3 weeks now, today, 3 weeks. I'm very frustrated. We don't know nothing about her.
According to the Hall County Sheriff's Office, Maria Gomez Perez was last seen on May 29th in her driveway on Westside Drive in Gainesville, just off Pearl Nicks Parkway. There are signs with Maria's photograph on them posted around the community. To date, investigators have fielded 142 tips, and many of those have been vetted with negative results. Others still remain under investigation. The reward for Maria's safe return is now at $50,000, up from $30,000.
Para mí está bien si alguien.
I really like the authorities increase the reward to 50,000. Hopefully somebody can motivate to receive this amount and tell something where she is. But the time is passing. We don't know nothing.
So that report coming from Adam Murphy today, who was looking into this, and really just a lot of concern about where this little girl is, and hopefully someone out there knows something. You hear from the father in that case, and we've been in touch with law enforcement about this as well, trying to ask what do they know about this situation. So they're not really saying much at this point, but we do know that reward was increased today to $50,000, and certainly people there in Hall County, and especially that family, hoping to find that 12-year-old girl as soon as possible. Now to another big story, and the reason why so many people have the day off today is Juneteenth. And a lot of people in the area have been celebrating today, including these folks today. Juneteenth, this was, in College Park today, people were celebrating because that city was founded just a generation after the Civil War, and they marked their very first Juneteenth parade. Today, when they had a parade out there, they had people celebrating, but Juneteenth celebrates the day the last enslaved Africans in Texas learned of their freedom in 1865. Juneteenth has only been a national holiday for 3 years, even though African-American families certainly have been celebrating for a generation. But we've been talking with people about this all day long and talking about the impact and what this means to people. And this is some of what people have been having to say.
This is the day that the last slave got the news that we were free. So from there on out, we've made major milestones as a community, not only as a race, but as a city. And today's the day for us to celebrate that.
People celebrating indeed, as you can see here. This was in Adair Park where we shot some video a little earlier, and people getting ready also for a parade that will be happening this weekend. The city of Atlanta is holding a parade to celebrate Juneteenth, and I know a number of folks from our news team and weather team will be out there this weekend, including meteorologist Patrick Pete, along with all of our meteorologists. They'll be out there this weekend, but I know it's certainly going to be a warm one, and let's bring in meteorologist Patrick Pete. And Patrick, happy Juneteenth.
Same to you. Well, you know what I mean.
Well, I'm celebrating too. He said, dismissive. No, I'm celebrating too. We had a nice cookout here in the newsroom tonight.
We did. It was very tasty. Very tasty.
You're going to be out the parade, aren't you?
I am going to be out in the parade. I am looking forward to it.
It's going to be hot out there.
It's going to be a little warm, but it's not going to be terrible. We're going to see similar conditions to what we have seen for the bulk of the last 7 days, honestly. It won't be as hot as last weekend, but it will still be on the warm side. Good evening, everyone. So happy to be here with you all on this beautiful Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. It's Wind Down Wednesday. I'm going to switch this camera angle just a little bit because, yeah, there we go. Lots to talk about in the forecast. As we've alluded to, a bit of a break in the heat wave today for us, which was nice. I don't know if you noticed it, but the bulk of the day was actually quite comfortable. We did see those temperatures eventually climb back into the upper 80s for the second half of the afternoon, so that was definitely something that we had to contend with. Good evening to everybody that's joining us on YouTube. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the forecast. And we're dealing with clouds today. We've been partly to mostly cloudy. We've had a breezy east wind and that's helped drop those dew points. So the humidity was not that big of an issue for us today. We've been dry, and we've been a little bit cooler. Temperatures are in the mid-80s right now, and that's pretty much where we were yesterday at this time. I expect it to be nice through the overnight hours. We'll slide into the low 70s. I know if you woke up this morning at 7 a.m. and stepped outside, it felt amazing this morning. It felt comfortable. I was speaking with meteorologist Cutter Martin. He got up around 6 o'clock to go run a couple of miles, and he said it was borderline cool to him. So it was great this morning. And I do think that there's going to be a couple of hours tomorrow morning, I'd say between 5 and about 7, that's going to feel much like it felt this morning. But there's more sunshine coming down the pipeline tomorrow. The winds are going to relax a little bit, and they're going to become more southeasterly. And all of those things work together to give us a little bit more heat as we head into the afternoon. So not quite as perfect as today was for a June day. Let's walk you through the day, hour by hour. We'll start off in the 70s in the morning, but I do think we'll already be in the low 80s around lunchtime. And we're going to spend the bulk of the afternoon in the upper 80s, but we have that forecast high at 91 degrees. There's a lot going on in town tomorrow evening. I'm borderline thinking about calling into work. If y'all don't see me tomorrow night, it's because I'm going to check out this soccer game, Copa America. It's basically a cup. Argentina's in town. They say Messi is going to play. It's Argentina versus Canada down at the Benz tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-80s. If you're going to check it out, it's going to be warm, short sleeves, shorts, flip-flops, that kind of vibe for the evening, but dry, which is good news. Tomorrow is going to be the beginning of that next heat wave that's in the forecast, and just like the last one, we expect for gradual warming into the weekend. Friday morning temperatures are going to be a degree or two warmer than tomorrow morning, so low 70s area-wide. We'll get into the upper 80s as we push into the afternoon. You can see a bit of a wave of moisture that moves in from coastal Georgia into, I'd say, the middle part of the state, but it really just doesn't make its way into our area. So the rain chances are going to be better for folks well to the east and well to the south of Atlanta on Friday. We're keeping it dry here in the metro, so no worries of that. Getting warm, getting into the lower 90s in the afternoon, and then that warming trend continues as we push into the afternoon and Saturday. We've mentioned a couple of times on the stream today, and also if you've seen any of our newscasts over the course of the last few days, that we are taking part in the Juneteenth parade. It's actually going to be on Peachtree TV starting at 12 on Saturday. And if you are not coming out into the streets to have fun with us, that's fine. You can join us from home. Monica Pearson's going to be hosting it along with Alan Devlin and Sean Gables and Tracy Hutchins and probably some other people, right? Are you going to be hosting?
What are we talking about?
The parade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, this Juneteenth promo parade talk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, guys, Saturday at noon, Peachtree TV. It's going to be aired live with myself. Like you said, Patrick, Tracy Hutchins is going to be there. Monica Kaufman-Pearson's going to be hosting with us. And literally most of the team is going to be out there along the parade route. Rick Fallbaum, Lana Harris, Brooks Baptiste, Gravir Denza. We're going to have a great time. And I think, like Patrick probably told you, I'll just bring your... Am I in the dark? Am I in the complete dark over here?
I mean, I didn't think you needed any. I didn't
dark.
think you needed any light, but I'm not gonna do that to you on this Juneteenth. I'm not gonna do that to you on this
It is
Juneteenth.
so dark over here. And this is completely impromptu, and it wasn't. There we go.
There we go. A little bit of light. A little bit of light.
We hooked it up. That is hilarious. Like I was saying, guys, this Saturday at noon, Peachtree TV, we're going to be airing the parade, and it's going to be a great time. Most of the team's going to be out there. It's going to be hot. If you want to come out along the parade route, make sure you're wearing sunscreen. You bring water, maybe an umbrella as you watch those floats go by. I was literally, Patrick, just working on the parade, getting some of these floats organized. There's going to be a lot of people involved, and it's going to be a great time. And if you want to stay inside like Patrick P., because I know he's not coming outside.
I'm gonna be out there, and the word on the street is those amazing ANF First Alert, most accurate meteorologists in the entire state of Georgia.
Okay,
those fans that were a hit last year. There's
Y'all
going to
had
be
fans?
a new,
So I was at a wedding last year, so I was not able to participate. I would have loved to.
Sean,
What was
you
going
remember
on?
the fan because it had my face on it?
I know, it pulled things off. I just want to say happy Juneteenth to everyone out there. It's a global audience, and this is a day of freedom.
Okay.
Thanks, Sean. That's why I jumped earlier, because she snuck up behind me. But regardless, guys, yeah, please tune in this Saturday at noon. It'll be a great time. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to celebrate the right way. Nobody does it quite like Atlanta. and that's why it's a pleasure to be able to bring you this parade.
Well, we thank you so much, Mr. Devlin.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate you, and I look forward to being out in
Impromptu.
the streets with you on Saturday.
You are gonna be
It's going to be an amazing time.
Okay, Patrick is going to be there. My bad.
Yeah.
y'all. Cool. I know
You know,
were there.
I don't miss a station function.
It's a little hot. It's going to be a little hot.
But you know what? That's what those neck fans are for. Yeah. And you're going to see the whole First Alert team with our little neck fans on. We all got neck fans.
And I want to show everybody what some of the swag they may possibly get if you come to the parade.
Okay.
And I want to introduce you to the producer who is behind all of our parade coverage because we go big over here.
Okay, speak on it.
And I want to introduce you to Belinda James. Tell us about the production that's going on right now.
It is it's going to be so informative, so much fun, so much about freedom and celebration and people just embracing their heritage and culture and all things great. So come on out, join us, have a good time. How hot is it going to be?
It's going to be in the low to mid 90s, but that's par for the course for June.
There we go. It's going to be a great time.
I got a couple of
Have
questions
I
for
all?
you.
Yes.
A couple of questions for you. Number one, if you're going to attend the parade, what time do you need to show up? And are there any rules you need to know along the parade route?
So you do need to know a few rules. Thank you for that, Sean. There are no pets allowed along the route. So unless
Sean,
you're
you
in
gotta
the
stay
parade and your
home.
pet has been and your pet has been approved, there are no pets allowed along the route. You can come out at noon. The parade starts at noon. So line up along Boulevard, along Monroe, and then it ends in Piedmont Park. There's going to be food, performances, bouncy houses, a car show. The park is going to be filled with all things Juneteenth. So join us then.
And then also, last question, people have families, they're dealing with tough times, inflation. We're looking for some cheap fun in Atlanta. Is the Juneteenth parade, can you come to it, no charge?
It is free. There's even free parking in some areas. So come on out, join us, 12 o'clock, Saturday. We can't wait to see you.
I have one more question for you before you leave, because word on the street is I'm in the weather center all day. I'm not out here in these streets, but they tell me that you're in charge of more than just the Juneteenth situation, the celebration that we're going to be doing. They tell me that you're also in charge of the Dream House.
Yeah, St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. Please buy your tickets now. You can win an entire house for $100. What else is that going to happen?
Listen.
$100, you win a house. The house has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It has a built-in coffee maker that you can start from your phone. You can wake up in the morning, roll over, start your coffee. Who doesn't want that? It also
How do you get
has,
a ticket?
go to our website, AtlantaNewsFirst.com. There's a little tab at the top that says St. Jude Dream Home. Click it. Then you click it the second time, it says get your ticket, fill out your information, you're home free. Last year we had 5 winners for all of the prizes, and they were all thrilled that for $100 they won either you could get furniture, a house,
That hot tub. Ooh, that hot tub. Ooh.
or a $2,500 gift card to Target. So there were so many prizes that we're going to be giving away. Please get your tickets ASAP.
One more time, how do you get your ticket?
AtlantaNewsFirst.com, and you could click St. Jude Dream Home at the top of our homepage.
Click it and get your
Click it,
ticket.
get your ticket
Click
for
it and get your
$100.
ticket.
You're going to win a house.
Listen, I was
Change your
telling,
life.
so I was actually telling one of my friends to do this weekend, because he was like, $100, it is a grip. At once, I was like, think about how many times last year you went out and bought $10 worth of lottery tickets,
Right.
and you didn't win nothing.
Right.
So
And your odds are even greater on this.
way
We're only
greater on
selling
this.
20,000 tickets.
Right.
So your odds are great. The lottery is like 1 in 400 million people. It's a lot.
And the little birdies in the studio told me that this house is worth $675,000.
It is a gorgeous. I've seen the house in person. It is absolutely gorgeous. Top of the line. The microwave, you pop a button, it pops out like a drawer.
Come on
Never
now.
seen anything like it.
Listen.
It's all the way. It's all the way new, functioning, great, fabulous. So
Tell the
Juneteenth
people.
Saturday, and buy your ticket to St. Jude. It's all for a great cause, and they're great causes. both
Right.
of them. Great
Great causes,
to
absolutely.
support.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Belinda.
Belinda. And just a reminder, if you come out to the parade, we have these beautiful, some people will be getting free swag along the parade route. And look how fancy this is.
And it's going to be in multiple colors, so maybe yellow is not your color.
Well, there's multiple colors. And then, of course, this will be aired live on Peachtree TV.
What time, Sean Gables?
Peachtree TV, it starts at 12 noon.
Oh, I didn't think you do. Okay, look at
I know all
you.
about it because I am all about celebrating our freedom.
Celebration Station.
Okay, so this wasn't even my newscast, but you'll be joining me tomorrow.
I may or may
and this
not.
fun will continue.
I may have things to do.
You
know,
won't.
I've already told the people that I may
You
not be here
won't.
tomorrow because of the soccer game. I may be using a PTO day. You know those days you have none left of? So anyways, here's that forecast, y'all. Temperatures climbing into the low 90s. It is going to feel amazing. Oh, and we love you too. Thank you so much. We love you too. Here's that 7-day forecast, y'all. I know that's what you've been kind of sticking around for, trying to make plans for the weekend. And we're starting a heat wave tomorrow, second one of the season, and we're expecting this to last for the next 7 days. As far as rain opportunities, it's looking a little bit better for us than it looked last weekend, but I still think it's going to be real isolated on Sunday at best. And then we'll be tracking those low-end afternoon pop-up opportunities as we head towards the beginning of next week. Something else that we are watching, if you were in the newscast today at 7 o'clock, we were mentioning the fact that the dew points creep back up Sunday into Monday. So the humidity is creeping back up. And you'll notice that as we head through each afternoon in the weekend. It's going to get a little bit more uncomfortable. We're not dealing with the oppressiveness. We're not talking heat advisory yet, but we are talking about feeling pretty much like the triple digits at some points as we head into next week. So something that we're watching and monitoring, and if at any point we see the potential for there to be a heat index of 104, 105, heat advisory criteria, of course we will be the first to alert you. Also keeping an eye on the tropics, y'all. Not going to keep you here for a long time. We are monitoring Tropical Storm Alberto. We've been watching it for several days as it was a disturbance that was expected to develop. It's become a little bit more organized. Last night we were saying that it didn't have a closed low. You could see from some of that satellite imagery last night that there was showers, there was cloud cover on around parts of that center of circulation, but not all the way around. It's looking a little bit better defined at this hour. Wind still sustained at 40 miles per hour, and it's actually jogging to the west-southwest. So that ridge of high pressure that's in the mid-levels across the southeastern portion of the states is really kind of anchoring this system in to Mexico. So that's why it's not lifting northward. It's going pretty much west or southwestward because that ridge is so high. That's also why we're going to see temperatures warm, and it's also why we've been so dry in our area. Something that we're also watching, the drought monitor comes out tomorrow. Just in case you have a little thing on your phone, meteorologist Fred Campagna will be breaking down the drought monitor to see if any more areas have been added to that abnormally dry category that we mentioned a couple days ago. He's going to have that for you tomorrow at 5 on Atlanta News First. So if you tune in at around 5:13-ish, that's about when you'll see his face. Here's the tracking of Tropical Storm Alberto. It's expected to make landfall tonight. The rain's already moving through, y'all, and I was looking at some images from Texas and from Louisiana because of the combination of the waves that it's kicking up and high tide. A lot of those low-lying areas that, quite frankly, anytime anything's out there, even if it's not even a named storm, these roadways flood always. And I can say that because I grew up down there. Grand Isle floods if there's just some rain in the Gulf. So Grand Isle, a lot of the roads to Grand Isle were covered in water. And you may have seen some of that on Twitter if you're a person who searches the interwebs for that kind of stuff. But nonetheless, this is making landfall tonight, and it's going to continue to be a rainmaker, I'd say from southwest Louisiana all the way into Mexico. Also watching that exact same area, and this has just come down the pipeline as of 8 o'clock. That area that is in orange, that is basically where Alberto is, that has been upgraded to a medium chance of development. So that's going to be at a very minimum 40%. We're going to get the exact numbers, and we'll have that for you tonight on Peachtree TV at 10. And meteorologist Fred Campagna is going to have that information at 11 on Atlanta News First. But that's been an upgraded status of that area. There's going to be another low that moves into that area, and it's just very moist. It's very humid. There's a lot of energy out there. The sea surface temperatures are elevated, and the shear is minimal. So we fully expect that next system to potentially develop as well. So something that we'll be watching. We've been watching this area low pressure off of the coast of Florida for days now, and it's been a 20% chance, and it continues to be a 20% chance. It's just not really getting itself together. There is some shear. You can kind of see that from some of the imagery as well. It's marginally conducive. That's basically what we're calling that. We'll watch it, but not expecting much out of that. All right, y'all, this has been fun. I always say I'm going to keep you for a good time, not a long time. I think we had some laughs. There's been some breaking news tonight. Now, y'all know I'm the weather person, right? I'm the meteorologist. But I was listening to some of our reporters speaking to some of our managers just now, and apparently there has been a sheriff, if I'm correct, that has actually been terminated. Listen, I'm trying to point them to your newscast. I'm trying to point them to your newscast. Oh, I got this. Blair, did you talk to them about this stuff? No, we're good. Okay. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yes. So apparently there has been a sheriff that has been dismissed. I don't know the details of it. Our reporter is out in the streets right now finding that out for you. He's going to break that down for you tonight, I think at 10 o'clock and definitely at 11. But also it seems as though all of the policemen on this force have also been dismissed. So there's a whole lot of questions about what's going to happen for safety of the citizens of that community who now are left not only without a sheriff, but now without a police force. So we're going to have that for you because that's kind of crazy and it's kind of juicy, to be honest. I want to know the details, and that's what we're going to bring for y'all tonight. And then, of course, there's some other stuff, but that's the one I'm going to be watching for. So I'll see y'all tonight at Peachtree TV at 10. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your evening.